Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to today's event for houses of worship, for the music ministry and just houses of worship in general. My name is Terrence. I'm here with 1010 Studios. We're glad you can join us. And today we're going to be talking about essentially houses of worship in regards to their audio setup and how things can work for them. And we're going to talk today mainly about audio mixers. Now, an audio mixer is essentially the central point of any PA system or any audio system. You'll have your different inputs, be it microphones, be it instruments, and they'll come into the audio mixer, and then that audio mixer will reproduce the sound and push it out to your audio speakers so it can be amplified and heard throughout the sanctuary, or just heard in general, no matter where you have it placed at. So if you haven't been here before, first of all, thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you. And if you have been here before, thanks for joining us again. We're happy to see you come back and hang out with us and have a little conversation. And today specifically is going to be about houses of worship. However, this can be applied to a number of different, venues or different types of spaces. So these are just general principles or general ideas in regards to equipment, how to select it, what you should be looking for, budget-wise, things like that. So first things first is we're going to get to the subject for today. Once again, the houses of worship for audio gear. We're going to be talking about audio mixers. And if you are wanting to support us here on the channel, anything that we're talking about here as of this particular show is on the zounds.com site. We are an affiliate, so we hope that if you decide to purchase anything, be it an audio mixer or any other audio gear, you can go to our affiliate link here, as you can see on the screen. We'll also leave a link in our description area to use. And if you decide to continue to purchase, definitely come back to us. We'll be happy to, get any kind of credits for that, since we're pointing out certain things and it's going to help to support the channel in general. So if you, and also on this site, based upon from a budget perspective, and that's from us as well, you can get a number of things over a course of time, paid for over a course of time in regards to the buying of it. So you don't have to shell it all out at one time. You can spread out the payments over 12 months or 24 months, depending upon the item that you are choosing. So that's going to definitely help out for those who are budget conscious and, want to make sure they get the right purchase. So definitely check them out and definitely use our affiliate link. We'd greatly appreciate it. It'll help to support our channel. Now, first things first, we're going to go into the most, what we call the least expensive of the list. We're going to go from lowest to highest. Now, the pricing of these, I'm going to give you the pricing as it is here today, but keep in mind that the price may change as time goes on. So the first one will be the Zoom LiveTrak L20R. So this device itself is a digital mixer, and all of these are digital mixers, by the way. And these will basically be one of those items that you're going to want to gear towards if you have an older style analog mixer. So it'll be a good upgrade for a number of reasons. One, for, just being updated overall. You don't want your equipment to break down. Two, you'll have some more effects and things like that to work with, compressors to control the sound. And three, wireless or application-based control, even if you're not sitting at the board. Now, this particular mixer, as of right now, as we're recording this show, its retail price is $7.99. And this one here is a good starting point, small churches, small band, and it'll give you what you need to get started in regards to sound and control of it. Next, we're going to have the Allen & Heath CQ20B. Now, this one, of course, totally different form factor, as you can see, for very tight spaces, small environment, small channel count, and it'll still give you that same full sound or full functionality across the board in regards to your sound. Now, different churches or different houses of worship are going to require different things. So this is where you would speak to your musicians, speak to whoever is over your music media or your media in general, to find out what is it that they need, and then look at the specs to make sure it is going to be what they need to give you that particular, sound management and overall sound for your house of worship. live stream, monitors for your musicians, things like that, and even for the pastor or the ministry leader in order to make sure they get what they need as well. So totally different form factor, but still very worthwhile. This one, believe it or not, is priced at $9.99 as of this particular time here. And next up, we have QSC, which is also a smaller form factor in regards to digital mixers. This one also is a 16 channel count. This one right now is priced at $16.99 at this point. Now, this is a very compact kind of a unit. It's about the size of a laptop. Pretty much you can put it in a book bag or a small case and be able to transport this around very easily without having to worry about, big footprints or heavy weight, things like that. This one has a lot of great effects, manageability in regards to monitors and just sound generally speaking, and has a wireless application or mobile app to control it from you as a mixer or maybe a stage monitor person or your band members as well. And next up, we have the Yamaha. This one is the DM3S. Now, this one also is a pretty small form factor. This one has physical faders more so than some of the others, and also a lot of digital digital control rather, and also a mobile application as well. Now, sound off of this should be just as comparable to most of the others for most houses of worship. Same thing with having, control from a mobile app as well. Now we have the next one here by Allen and Heath. It's a QU. Oh, matter of fact, hold on a second. I meant to go back to this here. The price on this one I didn't mention. Price on this Yamaha is actually at $16.99, which is comparable with the TouchMix 16 as well. They're essentially the same price at this time. Now for the Allen and Heath here, the QU16. This one also has a 16 channel mixer itself. This one is priced at $19.99. As you can see, the screen is a little bit smaller in size, but it has more physical controls. So it tries to give you the best of both worlds when it comes to analog and digital mixers. So for those of you who like to have the feel of an analog mixer, this right here can give you that kind of a feel, tactically at least, and then everything else can be controlled naturally digitally. Now we're going to be stepping up our channel count, going to the QSC TouchMix Pro, or TouchMix 30 Pro actually. This one is currently selling at $2,399 at this time, so $2,399 currently. And this one here has, of course, more channel count in and out. This is very similar to TouchMix 16, just more channels to work with and be able to control. This also has the same, essentially the effects and things of that nature, and also has the ability to be used as a DAW, a digital audio workstation. So this right here is definitely a good feel for anyone or any house of worship who's needing to get a decent channel count as opposed to just getting what they need. And that's another thing that's very important. So I suggest for those who are in charge of their media of sorts, or their audio system, an AV team, whatever it's called in your house of worship, if you have a certain channel count that you're currently using and you've maxed out your inputs, it's definitely a good option or good suggestion of ours to get something that's going to give you more input count and outputs, because you never know when you might need it. So growth is something that should be inevitable for any house of worship, and that does not stop just because it comes to the audio video side of things. So definitely look at a higher channel count as time goes on as needed. And next up we have the PreSonus StudioLive 32SX. And currently this one is at retail pricing of $2,999. And this is a bigger form factor. Kind of try not to mind that box of drum mics there. They just have a kind of a sale going on that includes it. But this one is a larger form factor compared to some of the other ones we're going to be looking at. So if your space is limited into where you can put your equipment or your mixer, definitely keep that in mind, because you don't want to overbuy in regards to your desk or real estate of your church in regards to equipment. And because if you buy the wrong mixer and it's a larger size and you have to buy another desk, you got to rearrange things, it doesn't it doesn't kind of feel well once you get in. You can't really use it until you can reorganize things in that respect. So definitely keep that in mind. And then same thing with the Allen & Heath here. This one is a 24 count channel. It's the QU24C. This one also has a pretty decent footprint size, much like the other Allen & Heath unit, just more channel count. So you're going to get the same general experience in regards to the sound of it, just getting more of a channel count from 16 up to 24. Now you have the Yamaha TF5. Now this one also has a good size to it, as you can see here. So if you're going to get a unit like this, definitely make sure you have the desk space for it. Your real estate is very important in regards to equipment. So this definitely is one of those that you'll see in different venues, different spaces, churches, and all over the place. It's reliable. Definitely has a great way of controlling things. It sounds great, and it does give you the feel of an analog board. As you can see, it has a number of physical faders, and of course the digital option to control for sound, EQ, compression, and things like that. And last but not least, we have our Allen & Heath QU32C. So this one also is much like the others. It just went from a 16 to a 24 and now a 32 count. So they have different versions for different needs. Same sound you're going to get, wireless application control, things like that. So if you're an Allen & Heath kind of person or heard some great things, you can definitely check that one out as well. It'll do just as good. Now, a matter of fact, I didn't talk about the pricing in the last one. Let me get back to it. The TF5, the pricing on that one is $3,299. And the pricing on the Allen & Heath is the highest at this point of $3,999. So just to give you a range, it went from $799 and it goes all the way up to $399 or $3,999, roughly $4,000. So depending upon your budget, depending upon your audio needs, definitely make this choice that's best for you. Now, if you have the ability to go to a local retail store to test it out, definitely do so. Of course, watch any videos online, ask us any questions, and we'll be happy to answer those as best we can for you. But for the most part, all the mixers will do is essentially the same things that the others will do: provide you with good sound, provide you with control over it wirelessly, be able to give you multiple monitor counts or multiple aux outs for different needs, being a live stream, be it a recording, be it monitor mixes, things like that. And we definitely recommend that you shop for a higher channel count than what you need. If you have a church that needs roughly 16 or so inputs for your band and your mics and things like that, you definitely want to at least get maybe 24 or higher in regards to channel count. If you're up in the 20s, of course, you want to go to 32 because you're going to have a little bit more flexibility as time goes on. So hopefully this was helpful to get you started in your journey of getting something different for your house of worship and your church. Until next time, stay tuned, stay blessed, and thanks for joining us.